If you guys are new to the channel, I recently purchased a 130-acre hunting lease, and on this lease we discovered an old abandoned house. Decided to do more research on it, so here we are today walking down the path and we're gonna explore it for the first time. Alright y'all, so we just made it back here. I'm a little spooked out, I'm not gonna lie. I don't do well with like creepy stuff like this, but at the same time it's really not creepy because there's a lot of facts and information I want to share with you guys about this man. There's 3 houses back here right now. There's one big one and then there's 2 more small ones behind it. I've actually never checked those out. I've only been here once looking at it. I told you guys in the beginning of the video, so let's go ahead and go to the 2 in the very back just to give you guys a kind of look around. I got a feeling all the cool stuff is going to be in this first house, but let's go check it out. You never know. Who knows how long this stuff is going to still be here for. That's why I figured like it's worth to film a video. Alright, so here's the first one right here. So you really can't see too much. It's kind of overgrown really bad, but we're gonna try to sneak around over here and see what we can find. Pretty empty in here. You can see it up there. That's where they used to hang all the tobacco, but it's pretty neat. Just an empty building. This is extremely tall. You can tell when they built stuff back then. This thing will be here until someone bulldozes it down. That's the first one. Just want to get that one out the way. Now we're gonna step up to the second building, and I'm not really sure what this building was used for. Like we can kind of get an idea about that one, but this one, y'all gonna have to let me know in the comments down below. We're gonna slip in right here. Like I said, it's very overgrown, but who knows what the heck this building was used for. It goes down a long ways. You gotta come check this out. So I'll try to walk in the other building with you guys, but I mean, just look down there. If that floor was to cave in, how the hell are we getting back up? That's freaky, dude. There's an old tire down there. I really don't see nothing too crazy. Some graffiti. Put you guys in there. That's what that one's looking like. It's a little strange. There's an old wooden chest right there. I'm not sure what this was used for. More of just like a shed maybe, just for storage. But for it to have that giant drop down there, and that's got to be at least 10-12 foot. So who knows what was stored in here, but pretty interesting. So this building is actually very close to the main house, and I'm about to explain to you guys what this building was, and it's just more about this pretty amazing man. So let's go ahead and jump out and let me get to explaining. So Lex is sitting behind the camera laughing at me. Something about some information. What are you hiding from me?
Well, let's start with who the house is. So this was Dr. George Corbin Jr.'s house.
Yeah.
He was in World War II. He was a veteran with the U.S. Army, and then he was also in the Air Force during the Korean War.
So this dude's a legend. Like he did his time with just a lot of. He's an awesome guy.
So he started practicing medicine shortly after World War II, and was about 43 years that he practiced here. But there's a piece of information I haven't told you yet.
What?
So when I was researching, I found his obituary, and he died today, 11 years ago.
No!
He died today.
Are you kidding me?
We're about to go in his house. He died today, 11 years ago.
Why wouldn't you say that? Where did he die?
He died at his house, but I don't know where that is.
But this is his office.
Yeah.
We're kind of learning as we go, guys. I grew up in my town, and I think I've been in here, I think twice over like the last like 6 years, but like we actually are diving in to find out some more information, so it's entertaining for you guys. This was his office, and he died in Raleigh.
Yeah.
Okay, and how old was he?
He was about 97, I want to say.
97. So this man lived a very, very long life and helped a lot of people. And guys, that's just kind of where it lies. This was his office. When we go in there, it looks like a grenade went off. I mean, but the history of it is that there's so many magazines. That's why it looks messy, because there's so much stuff. And I pulled out a couple small things over these last couple years, but guys, there's medicine bottles in here. I mean, just the way they did stuff back in, what year?
After World War II? I don't know.
It's going to be very interesting to see kind of what's in here. So, I don't know how much we're going to be able to show, like walking through the whole entire house, because I don't want Lex to fall through. I don't even want myself to fall through. That's how old it is. The first room is pretty open, and it is safe to walk in there. We just got to get you up it. Mr. 4'2".
5'2".
5'2", sure. Come on, let's try to see what we can find in here. Alright, so when you walk through the woods, this is the first thing you come to. And y'all can see, I don't know, can you see the magazines and stuff? How cluttered it is in there, but there's a lot of weird stuff in here, and I don't even think that we can physically find if there is something hidden back here. It's underneath so much stuff. who knows how long it would take us, but you can tell by the structure of the house, she's very old, but she's still holding up. The way they built stuff back then was just freaking unbelievable. I'm gonna go ahead and jump up here so you guys can get a little better view, and we'll just kind of go in here to the next room and just see what we can find. Okay. So now that we're both up here, you can see there's just a ton of just like magazines, newspapers. Some of this stuff is still in the packaging. Like it is very, very strange. I'm already seeing some like old medicine bottles and stuff in like packaging. I don't even like where to start, where to look. I mean, there's so much stuff in boxes. You can see the house kind of starting to fall over a little bit right here. Just these magazines, they're so old. There's got to be some dates. We'll try to pull some stuff out, guys, and if anything catches our eyes, we'll bring it out and we'll talk about it at the truck. I remember seeing a giant box of medicine. I'm just very curious. If you had a headache back then, they told you to drink this liquid and it was solved. The medicine was just not very good back then, but
look at the old Coke box.
Oh, that's really good. Good eye. An old Coke box. I wonder if there's a way to find a date on this, or it's just where there's gonna be a lot of old stuff.
64 ounces?
There's some type of his writing on the bottom of this. We're gonna find a lot of doctor stuff in here. I think it'd be cool to try to key in on more of like the war. That's like more interesting in my opinion, but what this man did was very interesting, helping people for 43 years with just the technology they had back then for doctors. This room is where it is a clutter. I'll go ahead and just turn this light on so you guys can see. How in the heck are you supposed to go through any of that? You know, where do you even start? Stepping in. Where do you even start? Is the camera picking up? Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I should be another 2 feet down, changing from room to room. Look at this corner. How do you collect that much magazines? I mean, look at this. I guess this was, what would you call that, Lex? When you
like exam.
Yeah, an exam paper. So that's, I guess those are just blank. Oh, this box?
Yeah. Whisperer. Not for injection.
What the heck is in here? See what is in here. Like some of the stuff, it's never been opened. These are brand new bottles. There's a close-up shot of that. I mean, what is that even for? These are all brand new bottles. So we're in the second room right now, and just shine over there, Lex. Like there is, I can't even pull any of that stuff out. I mean, we could try, and I'm kind of going through it. I already found the giant bottle of medicine. We're pulling it out of the rooms, guys, so we'll show you what they look like here in a second. But since we're in here, let's go ahead and go to the next 2 rooms. They're kind of empty compared to these, but it's still cool to go check them out. Old wooden crate. There's a bed in here, so I guess maybe the patients came through the office and like how we sit on an exam table, I guess. Maybe that's what this room was. There's got to be like a spot they lounged, I guess, like waiting for to get to be seen. I mean, there's just like notes and jars. I mean, everything. Let's jump in here. So this one's a little cleaner in a way, but you really never know until we start going through some of this stuff. Sponges, boxes and stuff. All these notes. I mean, that would be probably very interesting if we sat here and read some of the stuff that he was writing. What is that?
I think that's just like their intake form.
Maybe.
X-ray film.
Yeah, X-ray film. We found some X-rays too. I just don't know if it's worth showing you guys because that's someone's business. The old locks on the doors. Look at this, y'all. That's the way locks used to be back then. It's crazy. You guys see these rooms? I really feel like mostly all the interesting stuff that we've found and trying to find more of are going to be in those 2 rooms because we just got to start lifting boxes. But I just wish I can explain how stacked all of it is with each other, and it's just been here for how many years too. It's stuff's not wanting to move. Who knows what's in that one? I'm gonna keep on going through this stuff and see if we can find something. Oh, what is that in? So you guys found this? That is just got a weird smell to it. These little, what do you call these things? I can't think of it. You fill stuff up, science class.
Oh, no, those are like those little medicine things to measure
Beakers,
the medicine.
yeah. Beakers and stuff, little things you squeeze medicine
all
with.
To measure medicine.
Yeah, droppers. All this medicine is just still in the box. I don't even know what any of this stuff is. Tylenol. This is what Tylenol looked like back then. I mean, obviously it's gotten pretty old and it's, you know, changing colors. Just the way stuff was labeled back then and sold, it's freaking mind-blowing. Whole giant box. There's still pills in here. Oh my god, look at how they look. What in the heck, dude? That is crazy. This is amoxicillin, 250 per dose. Yeah, I guess that's a pain medicine.
It's an antibiotic.
Antibiotic? What is this? What does that say?
It's some type of elixir to make a medicine.
How do you know all this shit?
Because I work in a medical office.
And this has got to be like, you can't find medicine like this anymore.
Because it's illegal. Yeah, that's a stool softener.
Oof. This whole box is just full, and I dumped the box out. There's still so much more. I guess this is what medicine was transferred with back then. That's how they got it from building to building. It's like a little medicine bag. And it's just crazy. There's so much. Sadly, this place is gonna get absolutely destroyed, and we'll never know what was buried in all of this, but it's even hard to breathe, and there's so much dust that's just been sitting here for that long. But there's got to be so much more stuff. But just finding this medicine is just a rare find, knowing that we'll never come across stuff like, in my lifetime at least, I'll never find stuff like this. Most people won't. Alexis found something cool on the floor. This is an inhaler back then. Still brand new in the box. It's other stuff. Dude, it legit is. This is what an inhaler looked like back in the day. Let's pull this little cap off. What do you just press the top, you think? I don't want to breathe this in. That's crazy. Oh my god, it smells like not good. Like at all, dude. It smells like, I can't even explain that smell. It's like instantly dried my nose. Yeah, that's how you put it in. That's just wild. A freaking inhaler. Finding this medicine, I mean, this is what was saving people's lives back then. This is where you came to get fixed for a headache, an earache. I mean, they didn't even know viruses back then, and that's why this medicine was like, I mean, it probably did something, but our technology's a lot better now. Oh, well, here's another box of who knows what. Oof, that don't look good. This is one of like 18 different boxes. I mean, there's so many boxes back there that I can't even get to, but these were all prescription things. Yeah, I mean, this is what he wrote prescriptions out with. I mean, guys, there's just stacks. Look at how many there are. So this is how many people have came to him and got prescribed for something leaving out of here. And there's probably some dates on this stuff too. 6/5, 72, 72. Imagine the further you go down, the more we'll find. I mean, it's in rubber bands. 72, and this was just in that year. That's probably what this whole box is, all 72. Clean this off the best we can. So this is, I grabbed this back there because it was a hard case. So we opened this up, and apparently this is just receipts. Amount paid $8, $20, $5. This is how much it was to go get an x-ray. I mean, dude, the average viewing was not over 10 bucks. That's kind of cool to see how much stuff was back then. Went through another box we just found. These are like the patient's cards with their names and date of birth, like what they were coming here to get seen with, and just look at how many we just found. One handful out of one box. That's the box right there, and that's just one small stacked handful pulled out. Alright guys, so we just came back from the house. If y'all enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments down below. I think it was just really cool. I'm all about history, and I think for someone like that to serve, and all the people that he's helped throughout his whole entire life, like I said, between the war and just medical, And to go back there and still find, like, that was his history, like that was his life, and it's just kind of abandoned back here, and I just think it should be recognized, and that's why I wanted to come out here and do this video for y'all, and just to find all that medicine. It's just really neat. We went through that whole entire house and actually tore it through from, like, even the walls too. There was doors, there was even a room that we found once we left, right, Lex, that it was like barricaded off and there was another room to get to in there. So there's so much more we can do. How long it's going to be there for, guys, I really don't know. But if you enjoyed this video and want to see more stuff like that, let me know in the comments down below. I can shake George's hand right now for letting us go back there. I know he's looking down on us right now and he's probably smiling that we got to go through some of his stuff and show you guys how amazing of a person he was. I did not time this at all. We found that out today, that it was really strange. The one day that we wanted to go back there and film was a day that he passed. So it's just, it's a little weird, but it was really cool to still go back there and do it. So like I said, if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more content like that, you know what to do. Leave in the comments down below. Appreciate you guys watching. Until next time, Linton Bass TV.